Okay, so here I have pocket fours on the button, and I don't know if I'm playing this right. There was one poster, two limpers, the poster checks. I look at the stacks, and I want to squeeze with a hand that can make something too. So I raise to 50, thinking 15 times 50 is 750. All these guys have more than 750. So if I get called and I hit, that's, great. And if I get called and I don't hit, I can play my range. So, but again, 4-4 is just awful. I mean, with this flop, it's awful. But they check to me. So I'm going to bet half pot because I think that I will take it down more than 1/3 of the time. So that's what I do. And I get called by one player. And when this guy folds and the turn comes out, I'm thinking, okay, what could he have? He could have a queen. He could have Jack 10. So he doesn't have to have a king. So what should I do? Is what I'm thinking. And he checks to me again. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I think I should bet half pot again because he'll fold if he has those hands. So that's why I think I bet $1.60 here. Yeah, $1.60. And it's this pot's getting kind of expensive for me, and he calls, and now I just am like, ugh, that sucks. And then the flush comes in. He bets 312, and I don't see how I can call with pocket fours. I just don't think that I don't see a way that I win this with pocket fours. So I go ahead and fold. And then he uh, leaves the table. So he sits out and leaves the table. So now I'm thinking maybe he did steal the pot from me. I'm not sure what's going on. So that just, kind of blows. So now I find myself topping off and buying in for another 305 so that I have a full stack. And boy, am I glad that I topped off because this is why you want to make sure you have a full stack because I get dealt the cherished aces. So right now I'm just hoping that somebody calls. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. I always raise the 30. I didn't want to change that. And the small blind raises to $1. So I'm like, yippee. And then, I re-raise to $1.80. I'm trying to figure out an amount that he will call after raising to $1. I'm hoping he has pocket kings or pocket queens. I'm hoping he'll just shove right now, but it's probably not right to shove. But he calls the $1.80, and the flop comes queen high. And at this point, I'm like, oh, I hope he doesn't have queens, but he might. He checks to me, and I bet, I think half pot, yeah, $1.80. And he ends up calling. So now he must have something, right? I mean, he's going to call here. He has something. And the turn's a five. I'm happy the turn's a five. Because if he has a pair, which a pair of queens, and if he pairs his kicker on the river, I still win with aces full of fives. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm still ahead. And I go ahead and I bet 347, about half pot again. And he shoves all in, and I insta call. And I end up winning. He had 6-7. But when I look at it, when I think about it, I think he played it well. I think he saw the five as an increase in his fold equity, and he had a monster draw, right? He had a pair and a flush draw on the flop. So on the flop, he had 14 outs. When the board paired with the five on the turn, he lost three of those outs. The 3 7s were no longer outs. So now he has 11 outs. And, he doesn't know I have aces. So for all he knows, he can just shove all in and get me off my hand. And that's what he does. He shoves all in. But it doesn't get me off my hand because I have aces. And I go ahead and call. And he hits a 7 on the end. So he did make his 2 pair. He actually made 3 pair, but you can't play 3 pair. So my 2 pair beat his 2 pair. He had 6s and 7s, and I had aces and 5s. But he had 11 outs on the river. He had like almost 25% equity. So, you know, I wouldn't say I got lucky, but I would say luckily I didn't get unlucky on that hand, if that makes any sense. So, and those were the hands that I thought were interesting from my last session.